News business, sometimes you just don't know what you're going to be covering on any given day or what you're going to be doing for that matter. And that idea was definitely taken to the extreme yesterday for myself and a lot of us here on the morning crew. Reporter Kevin Hoy is joining us. This is a duck tale, to be told, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty crazy.
So yesterday, one of our sales folks came down and said, hey, there's a mama duck and her ducklings walking in front of our station. And so all three of us went out. Kevin grabbed his camera, went out, and we started kind of capturing the moment. And Kevin, you were getting all of these pictures. Explain a little bit about what's happening here.
Well, it's pretty much what you see normally. You know, the mama duck crawls over the curb and the ducklings can't, get over. Eventually you had to help them out.
I did. I kind of gave them a little push. I had to go over there because they were there for a good 20, 25 minutes. And they're wandering down the street and, of course, eyes along the way. People are watching them pass.
Stopping for water.
Stopping for water. Stopping for water. And we were really thinking, it's funny when you look out they're stopping at businesses and people are just gawking and looking at all the ducks going by. But really, they ran into some trouble. They took the route here. You can see the Hollywood Theater in the background, and they kind of made their way down 5th Street, down 4th Street, and they got onto 3rd Street, and that's where things started taking a turn, right? You were behind the camera. Yeah. I was still back at the station at this point.
Of course, they're trying to get to the river. And
right.
Yeah, I mean...
They make their way to 3rd Street, and the phone rings in the newsroom, and and cars are being very careful. And 11 ducklings, by the way, that we should say. Mama had 11 ducklings there, and was doing such a great job leading them, but she ends up, unfortunately, getting to 3rd Street, the corner of 3rd and Division.
Right here, you can see it. She's pretty concerned.
And 2 of her little ducklings have fallen through that storm drain. I come dashing down to the scene from the station because Kevin calls back and says, Mama duck's lost 2 ducklings. I grab a bucket here,
there you are.
And I'm trying to scoop them out down in the drain with a bucket, and there's a police officer there with a shovel trying to help me get the ducks into a bucket. But Mama duck left, unfortunately. We got the 2 little ducklings out. Mama duck had left. She stood there for, 10 or 15 minutes waiting, and so here's where it all kind of goes south because the officer who helped us out grabbed the ducks, or grabbed the 2 little ducklings, and at this point we had called in backup for our staff because Kirk Arneson, our other photographer here,
someone follow the mom.
Started following Mom while Kevin and I stayed behind with the officer to try and help retrieve the 2 little lost ducklings. And when we got them, we called Kirk. We said, we've got the 2 ducklings. Where are you at? We'll bring them down to Mom. Oh, Kirk, unfortunately, the ducks had gone behind a bush, and Kirk took his eye off them for 1 minute, and Mama duck somehow got out of his sight. He lost where they were.
Oh.
So unfortunately, the officer drove around. Kirk drove around. We were all trying to find Mama duck, and then Kevin and I, what did we do here? We started searching for him. Kevin found Mama duck, but at this point the officer had turned the ducklings over to animal control, and animal control could not get them back to us to get to Mama duck. Now she made it to the water with her 9 ducklings. The 2 ducklings are fine. They're at animal control. They said they're going to find them hopefully another mama with hopefully a new duck, because they have a lot of them this time of year.
They do, yeah.
Ducklings that get sort of away from their mother. And so unfortunately, by the time that we said we've got the ducklings here, or the mama duck here, bring the ducklings back, they had already been put in with about 10 or 20 other little ducks. And
we were so excited many times during the day.
Kevin and I, at the end of the day, were like, we feel like little duck godparents, because he found the mama duck later, and he was jumping up. We were excited that we had found her, and I helped save him, and so we felt attached, and then unfortunately we just couldn't reunite the whole family together. It's quite a little duck tale that didn't turn out to be, exactly how we would have liked it.
At least they didn't get hurt.
They didn't get hurt.
Yeah.
The 2 ducks are fine. The 2 little ducklings are fine, and Mama and the 9 that made it to the water got there okay as well. But boy, it sure is made for an interesting
day.
Interesting day for us, for sure.